it. My name is Aimee Pack, and I'm a first year here. And this semester I worked as the contamination intern for the UNC Office of Waste Reduction and Recycling, or OWRR short. And that's my mentor, Olivia, who decided to join us today. So about the OWRR, their mission is to promote comprehensive waste reduction practices and provide effective solid waste services, including recycling, composting, and trash disposal to the UNC Chapel community. And so this semester, along with my fellow intern, we had three main projects that we worked on, mainly centered around the recycling aspect of the office. And so first, we did a recycling building audit. And so our goal was to update recycling locations around, buildings all around campus. And so there are these bins and cabinets that, ideally are in the right spot and they have proper labels and lids. And so we went around and recorded where these were all located. But we also had to report problem areas such as missing lids or peeling labels, or if they were dirty or too many or too little bins in one site. So a few examples of those are like a dirty cabinet or dirty bins in cabinets, and maybe a bin with two labels being used as a mouse pad. So all things that we want to fix around campus. So the outcome of this was we created these updated sheets that are accessible to everyone on the UNC OWRR website. So we did this for over 100 buildings around campus. They have, location, site, room number, and number of each bin at these locations, so that we can help confirm proper bin collection by the contractors who go through and have to find these bins, and also ensure that clients in the buildings can find their bins and start fixing those problem areas that we found. The second task we had was temporary carts. These are used for large file purges or big office cleanouts when people have a lot more recycling coming through than the bins they have can handle. And so we had to contact clients to see if, these bins are still being used or ready for removal, or had already been collected and that wasn't updated in the database we had. And the outcome of this was, the office got a lot of those bins back and now have some more accurate information on the location of these large carts around campus. And finally, we went down to Beatty Hill and did site evaluations there. So Beatty Hill is a graduate and family housing apartment complex down on South Campus. And they have pretty high contamination rates due to, there's a lot of international families, so there may be language discrepancies. They can't read the signs properly or just don't know how the recycle system works. So what we did was we evaluated the contamination in the recycling. So like on the right, plastic film or plastic bags were a big thing that we found in there. So anything that wasn't supposed to be in there, we tried to record. So we recorded the number of contaminants, given a grade A, B, C, D, etc. Percent fullness of the bins, and exact contaminants. And so this is all to provide data and perform calculations to hopefully kickstart recycling program down there in the future. So, to help reduce the contamination that's coming out of there. And here's an example of one day we went and, had contaminants, the grade we gave, percent fullness, and those exact contaminants in the bins. And my key takeaways this semester, I gained a lot of knowledge about recycling systems and how that works, in cities, and because I don't know, I thought it was such a simple process and it's really not at all. There's so many nuances to it. So learned a lot about that. I also got a lot of professional development. I got to go into the office once a week. And so, getting to talk with my mentors, Kelly and Olivia, or overhear conversations, things like that. And also like with temporary bins or doing the building audit, just having to interact with people and present myself in a professional way so that they would respect me and give me information or let me walk into certain rooms. Another big takeaway was time management. Just having to juggle an internship. This is my first internship, so doing that with a full course load was definitely a lot this semester, but a good skill I learned. And finally, data collection and organization, just taking all those numbers and making sure I have them right and, entering them in a database properly. Finally, thank you to everyone who listened today, and to Megan and Brian, our EcoStudio mentors, and Adrian, and Olivia, who I worked with this semester. It was so much fun and a great experience for me.